We are about to call the man at the center of tonight's celebration to share his reflection. Ladies and gentlemen, please make welcome Mr. Christopher Jibreel Maiyaki as he approaches the podium to make his response. A round of applause as he approaches the podium. Please keep clapping. He is the celebrant of the day. He will be addressing us and sharing his reflection. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Can we please have some quiet? Can we please have some quiet? Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Can we please have some quiet? Thank you. Thank you very much. Say hello. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Let me very quickly begin by acknowledging. Can we have some quiet? Can we have some quiet? Please, some quiet. The Executive Secretary, National Universities Commission, our leader, Professor Abdullah Yusufu Ribadu. I see the former ES, our benefactor, Professor Julius Okoje, the Vice Chancellor. I want to reach the Vice Chancellor, National Open University of Nigeria. I want to use him as a contact to other Vice Chancellors here present. My bosses, professors, Mafiana, there's so many. My in-laws, my sisters, my friends, my family, colleagues, too many. Taiwo Ajala, representing Mr. Tim Johnson, all the way from the UK of Eagle Scientific. Engineer Azeta and his daughter, they flew in from Lagos. Dr. Anna Fakir, there's so many people. Professor Salu Mustafa, Professor Mainoma, there's so many people. Sanusi Mutua, my friend, all the way from Chicago, he flew in. And I saw a latecomer, Ambassador who had explained to me that he won't be able to come here. Professor, Senator Nora Dadut, too many people. It's just mathematically impossible for me to acknowledge each and every one of you, but everyone is important. The directors of the NUC, Chikodi, all our development partners here present. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I have long known that this day will come. And it has indeed come. And yet it feels unreal that I am standing before you today to bid farewell to you. After over 3 decades of sojourn in this remarkable institution that means so much to all of us. It was a great man, Professor Jibreel Aminu of blessed memory, and our first executive secretary, who posited, who argued that the National Universities Commission, for all intents and purposes, has become and will always be a national monument. For every staff, retirement is an inevitable end, perceived with mixed feelings. But for me, it carries a special joy of fulfillment and contentment, the relief of closing a demanding chapter, also the nostalgia of living behind familiar corridors, familiar faces, and the work that has shaped so much of my life. When I joined the NUC, as you heard, I joined the NUC in 1993 as a young administrative officer. I could not have imagined that this journey would span over 30 years, taking me through so many roles and responsibilities, allowing me to serve under and alongside some of the finest leaders and colleagues anyone would aspire to meet in life. I have proudly worked with 6 executive secretaries in 32 and a half years of unbroken service. No sabbatical. I have never left the NUC since I started 32 years and a half years ago. Before joining the commission in 1990, I had begun my career in the governor's office in Plateau State, my home state of the Plateau, where I had a short but valuable stint that prepared me for the larger story that has unfolded here at the National Universities Commission. Looking back now, my early years at the NUC were daunting, at least for someone so young in service at the time. I was entrusted, as you heard, with the coordination of the Secretariat of the World Bank Project Implementation Unit, a World Bank 120 million facility covering 20 federal universities. Imagine that in 1993 we had 24 universities. If you're to extrapolate between 1992 and 2025, we have well over 300 universities today. My experience in that assignment gave me the foundation and confidence that with discipline, with collaboration, and with faith, no challenge was insurmountable. From that point on, my journey through the NUC took me through the nooks and corners of the planet and across various departments and assorted duties, each inculcating in me the virtues of dedication, the virtues of hard work, and lessons in loyalty and respect for constituted authority. I was, therefore, able to learn the values of trust, the values of resilience, the values of passion and responsible leadership. I recall with delight the privilege of serving first as a senior special assistant to the executive secretary, now Professor Emeritus Peter Okebukola, then as deputy director, and later as chief of staff to the executive secretary, now Professor Emeritus Professor Julius Ameoba Okoje, between 2009 and 2014. Those years deepened my appreciation of the virtues of sound leadership and what it means to enjoy the loyalty and support of your peers. In 2014, I was elevated to the rank of director, and by 2017, I found myself, thanks to our revered Baba Abubakar Adamu Rashid, as the Director Office of the Executive Secretary, saddled with the task of ensuring the smooth running of the nerve center of the Commission. In 2020, I was appointed to the position of Deputy Executive Secretary, and in 2023, following the departure of Professor Abubakar Adamu Rashid, I had the special and rare privilege of heading this great commission as acting Executive Secretary, a position I held until the 6th of December 2024, when another leading university figure, Professor Abdullah Yusufu Ribadu, was appointed the substantive Executive Secretary. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, friends, family, colleagues, I must say that of all these roles and responsibilities have been a privilege and learning opportunity that enrich the totality of my experience in life. Through them, I was able to learn, for instance, that institutions endure and flourish only when leaders invest in their best in them. For the NUC, the legacy of any leader should be perceived and viewed as a collective credit of all, the tireless staff, the committed directors, the support teams, and the many silent heroes who have labored for the success of the Commission. And I should add here that becoming a part of this flagship regulatory commission is no mean feat. It requires years of preparation, a rigorous undertaking, an unshakable conviction to bring out the best, and the determination to push beyond limits, physically, by commitment and the requisite resilience to reach the milestone. I must also add that NUC is not just about regulatory operations. It is also about people, men and women who embody service, responsibility, and sacrifice from some of the finest assets that the public service and Nigeria can boast of. The staff of NUC, can you please give yourselves a round of applause? A round of applause, the staff of NUC. Our dedication, our continued dedication, plays a vital role in safeguarding our collective resolve to deliver a university education brand that is not just relevant, not just utilitarian, but of comparable global standard. Watching today's faces, family, friends, development partners, and all the activities ancillary to the successful hosting of this event is a reminder to me that with purpose and perseverance, we can rise to any challenge. And I want to say that there were so many achievements that have been, enumerated. These collective achievements have brought, fulfillment to my life. Beyond that, however, it is you, family, friends, colleagues, my colleagues who have given me the greatest joy. I mean the bond of friendship that we have cultivated, the solidarity in good and hard times, the jokes and laughter in lighter moments, and the professional respect that sustain our collective efforts. These are treasures I will carry with me along and after the doors of this office have closed, and as I complete my formal service in gainful employment. To my family, who bore with the long hours and the frequent absences, who prayed for me and encouraged me when the weight of duty was heavy, I owe a debt of gratitude and love. To my mentors and predecessors who guided me with wisdom, I say thank you. To those I had the honor to mentor, I hope I have passed on something of value, a spirit of service, a spirit of integrity, distinction, fair play, and humility. Colleagues, friends, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the ES, Professor Julius Okoje, as I bow out, my heart is full. I feel the weight of my departure because this commission has been more than a workplace. It has been a family, a calling, a platform where I discovered the best and nothing but the best of myself. The commission has been part of my fabric, and I have been part of the fabric of the commission. Yet, I also feel the joy of leaving behind an institution that remains very strong, dynamic, and filled with men and women capable of carrying forward its noble mission. To the younger officers, I see quite a number of them seated here. Remember that this commission is bigger than one individual. Guard its reputation, build on its achievements, innovate boldly, but do so always with integrity and consistency. To my friends outside the commission who are here in their numbers, I thank you for your partnership, for your encouragement, and for your faith in the work of NUC. I would like to conclude with this thought, that I remain a servant of the commission. Wherever I am, I remain a servant of education, a friend of the National Universities Commission, and a proud ambassador and alumnus of this great institution. And may I say, having been found worthy in character and learning. So I would like to say that service finally is both a privilege and a sacrifice. And above all, it is a legacy. What we give to an institution outlives us. I pray that with what I have given, however small, will endure, I hope, in the story of the NUC. May the National Universities Commission continue to soar, and may Nigerian universities rise to the heights, to that inviolable heights that we have all dreamt of. Thank you, colleagues. Thank you, friends. Thank you, family, for walking this journey with me. Thank you for the honor of your trust, for your friendship, and for your partnership. May God bless us all. May God bless the National Universities Commission. And may God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you.